Hey gang, today we're taking a look at the MakeToys mobile crane and dump truck set. This is set number B. It's got some nice artwork on the sides here of the crane and of the dump truck. And then we got the figures on the back with some outlines. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box and take a look. Here we have the dump truck and the crane truck out of the box. Now this set does come with a few accessories, the first of which are these gray and silver pieces that sit on the back of the dump truck. And this piece. This piece splits in half, right like that. So what you do is you take this part and it fits perfectly right here on the dump truck. I think, yes. So just peg that into place like that for weapon storage. The bottom part, actually you turn it upside down, rotate the stock, and then plug it in right here for weapon storage. We're going to take a look at the dump truck first, and as you can see, it is a nice yellow dump truck. And here we have the dump truck without all the accessories. I love the look of the dump truck. Bright yellow, nice looking, a little bit of robot kibble here in the back, but overall, very, very nice. Looking at the crane next. Very nice crane. Transformation for this guy is a little weird, which we'll see in a minute, but overall a very nice crane truck. Got an extending crane, which unfortunately does not extend as long as the Hercules one does. My only real complaint about this mode is, the obvious giant head is right here. Transformation for these guys is quite interesting. We'll start off by taking the front of the dump truck here, flipping it up and over like that, then lift the dump truck part up, take this back part and split it in half. Then take the legs, or I'm sorry, what will become the legs, and grab them like this, take the front wheels and fold them down over what will be the legs, take this whole middle section and flip it around, and unpeg the wheels and point them down to the bottom of the figure. Next, or I'm sorry, I should have done this first actually. These bits need to fold down so that you can peg this section into place like that. And then these little side or front skirt parts, I should say, not side skirts, will get folded out later. Or you can do it now, but it is a little bit difficult. You might want to just unpeg that whole section. Now you will notice that I actually did have this thing transformed wrong. That was my fault. I completely missed something. With the truck mode, these sections that will be under the chest should have been folded out. Oh man. Everything on this guy is tight, which I have to say I am very thankful for. Next, come back over to this side and just fold these sections down, and they will peg into place right there. So we'll do that again, fold it down, flip it down, and peg the bugger into place like that. Next, and probably pretty cool, since this is going to be the front of the robot mode, what we want to do, actually, no, it isn't. Sorry, I'm getting confused. So we'll just fold down the feet like that. Next, take the head up here at the top, flip it up, and spin it around. And come on to the arms. We'll take this middle section, fold it in, and snap it into place, and unlatch the fist from the side of the dump truck, which will free up the arm a little bit. Do the same thing over here. Flip it in, twist to unlatch, and fold it down. These bits, which are actual tools, so we'll pull them out and they become screwdrivers, which I'm sure that has something to do with the final combine mode. These guys can be stored on dump truck in robot mode. And the way you do that is just put them back exactly where they were. So they just get stored on the back of the arms. Nice, neat, and out of the way. The crane truck's transformation is significantly easier. To start, we'll just take the arm, or the boom, and fold it straight up. Then we'll take this section right here and make sure that this is pushed all the way in. Come to the front and open the cab up. Then take the front bumper and fold it straight up. When you do that, come into the middle of the vehicle, and this panel, make sure you fold it straight up like that. Then we can take the front of the vehicle and fold it forward like this. And the legs are pretty much done. Now taking a look at the back of the vehicle mode, we'll grab the section here at the point where the boom is connected and grab the wheels and just kind of lift the whole back section up and then pull it. What you can do is create enough separation so the hinge can bend like that. And then take the whole section like this, open it up, and then fold the arms down. Now, when you do this, these joints are very, very tight, and they make some noises that I don't like to hear on a figure. So we'll just bend those down, make sure the hands are positioned correctly, reach back here, flip up the head, and turn it around. And there we go. And here we have mobile crane and dump truck in robot modes. Now I have to say I really do like the set. And the reason is because the robot modes are so different. My biggest complaint with the bulldozer and the excavator were the robot modes were very, very similar. Disturbingly similar. But as you can see, these guys are definitely nowhere near alike. Yeah, they've got the same color scheme, but they just ooze personality. The dump truck oozes a very squat, tough, gorilla-like robot, while the crane truck kind of resembles a, excuse the term, a Poindexter, but more of a scientist, more of somebody with glasses and an engineer. I really like the dichotomy between the two robot modes. There are some issues though, but we'll get into those in a second. The issues that I'm referring to have to do with the robot modes specifically. The vehicle modes are just about perfect. Even with some of the limitations, the posability for the crane is very good. Head is on a ball joint and gets a full range of motion. Arms, ball joint in the shoulder, double hinge joint for elbows. The fists do not move. Ball joint in the hips, swivel joint just below that, hinge joint for the knee, no feet joints. Head, again, ball joint, but it is a little bit limited due to the shoulders here. Shoulders move. There is a ball joint at the top of the shoulder. There is a swivel joint here, which you have to get this lid out of the way. Double hinge for the elbows and a swivel at the fist. And these are really big fists. Ratchet joint at the hip, both an in and out ratchet joint and a swivel ratchet joint. Swivel just below the hip, which is a ratchet. Knee, ratchet joint, ball joint in the foot. Nice big heels for this robot mode. So I've returned the figures back to vehicle mode, and let me tell you, that's not exactly a fun process. It's not hard, but it's just not fun, and I think that's a big problem that the MakeToys have run into. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and get them transformed into their combined modes. We'll start with the crane. Now, to start off, we have to reach under back here on the back left of the vehicle mode and pull out this gray piece. When we do that, we then lift up the crane and flip it around, just like the G1 figure. And this peg on the left side will peg into this hole, and then this gray piece will peg into the top here. Just getting it lined up is a bit of a pain in the tuchus, but with some practice and with some careful maneuvering, it'll get there. Put the crane down, come over to the side, and flip that panel up, and try not to pop it off, but if you do, it just goes right back on. And then reach over to the other side and flip that panel up, and then we deploy the head. One thing I forgot is the head will actually slide over into a groove on the other side, like that. Of the two, the combined mode for the dump truck is vastly more complex. We're going to start like we're going to do the transformation. Flip that part up, And then act like we're going to the robot mode. Split that open, pull those down, take this whole section, flip it down, unpeg the legs, come back around, flip out the skirts, and don't worry if you pop those off, they're on ball joints. Peg it into place. Let's see if I can get that pegged into place without breaking anything. There we go. Okay, so one thing forgot, fold these bits back like that. Now, what we need to do is combine these parts back up, get them out of the way, and take the legs, kind of get the wheels up, and rotate them 180 degrees. When you do that, flip the tires around to the other side. So do that again on this side. Take the tire, flip it around, rotate 180, and put the wheels back as they were. Now that we've got it formed up this far, what we'll do is go on to the inside and fold up the purple parts like we're going to make the fists again. Do that on both sides. And then take the outsides of the dump truck and rotate them to point what will be inside the dump truck. And then we fold them back up, combine them, and that will allow us to point them almost straight down. And then fold that back. Now for the chrome parts, you can actually plug them in to the fists. So we can just plug them in like this. And there we go. So we take these two bits and we'll put them on top of each other, just like that. Okay, well, it's a little more complex. If you look underneath the crane, there's this yellow piece right here. Take that piece and line it up with that part, with this part in the underside of the top of the dump truck. And then these two sections will clamp into here and here. And here we go. Here is the quadriplegic giant. To disassemble the giant, this is very, very interesting. There are buttons on the side, so you push this button in over here and this button in, and that will free up the two latched sections. So you can just lift it straight off. Very good idea on the part of MakeToys. The MakeToys Giant Series Set B, containing mobile crane and dump truck, is a lot of fun. I really like both figures. Yes, there are some issues with the two figures in robot mode, but they can both be negated simply because the figures themselves are very, very cool. And I really like the dichotomy that the two figures have. I enjoy the set significantly more than the first set, Set A, containing Excavator and Bulldozer. This is my favorite set so far, but that doesn't mean I haven't got a soft spot in my heart for Set C, which I haven't gotten a hold of yet. Now, this set was really hard to find. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to go to eBay, and I ended up getting it off of eBay from Toy Arena, which I never even thought to go to. So I'm glad Toy Arena is around, because otherwise I would not have been able to find this set. So I'll catch you guys next time when we take a look at the Wheel Loader and Mixer, Set C of the Giant series.